Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so if you're constantly exhausted but somehow completely incapable of actually falling asleep at night, yeah, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're decoding a fascinating set of ancient Japanese habits. And what's cool is they treat evening burnout not as a lack of willpower, but as a biological puzzle that we can absolutely solve together. Let's dive in. You know the trap, right? Are you tired but wired? It's 11 p.m., your body is literally drained, but your brain is running an absolute marathon as you scroll in the dark. We've all been there.
Now, usually, our Western fix for this is trying to buy our way out of it, right? We get expensive supplements or those heavy blackout curtains. But the Japanese approach, it's fundamentally different. Instead of trying to buy your way to rest, we're going to utilize 5-minute physiological and psychological triggers to literally signal a shutdown to your brain. It's brilliant.
Section 1. Ofuro, the temperature shift. So we're starting right in your bathroom with a specific evening habit called Ofuro. This is the traditional Japanese evening bath ritual that serves as a deliberate physiological trigger to tell your brain to just shut down. In Japan, this isn't just about washing up and getting clean. It's a highly intentional switch designed to essentially hack your body's rest triggers using science, not willpower. The biological mechanic here is so cool. Step 1, you take a hot soak to raise your core body temperature. Step 2, you step out of the water. And Step 3, you experience this rapid temperature drop. That sudden cooling sensation is the exact biological signal your brain relies on to flood your system with melatonin and transition you into deep sleep. You're quite literally using thermodynamics to biohack your rest. But honestly, getting true rest starts long before you even turn on the faucet. First, we have to address this specific, deeply frustrating state scientists call being tired in a way that sleep just doesn't fix. It's that mental friction that just kind of carries over day after day.
Section 2. Utori, structural slack.
And that brings us to Utori. This is the Japanese concept of structural slack, or leaving intentional empty space in your life. It operates on the hard biological fact that your brain actually requires moments of zero stimulation to function properly. Think about how we usually fill the gaps in our day without even realizing it. Walking to the bedroom, we throw on a podcast. Brushing your teeth, scrolling on the phone. Waiting for the kettle to boil, let's check email real quick. By plugging every single tiny gap with input, we're making our brains incredibly brittle, basically locking them in a permanent stress state. So what's the antidote to this brittleness? It's remarkably simple. Do nothing. Just do nothing. For 5 minutes before getting into bed tonight, put down the phone, put away the books, mute the background noise, and just be. Now, I know it might feel incredibly strange at first, but sitting there doing nothing actually creates ma. That's negative space, the quiet time your brain physically requires to do its most important work, which is processing the day's emotions and consolidating your memories. If you don't give your brain this negative space at, say, 8 p.m., well, it's going to force you to do it at 11 p.m. when you're staring at the ceiling. Section 3. Inmori, the micronap. Okay, to really trace evening burnout back to its source, we have to look at the dreaded 3 p.m. afternoon energy crash. Pushing through that slump with more caffeine or an energy drink is a massive mistake that just keeps you wired at midnight. Instead, the Japanese habit of inmori embraces micronapping to manage this completely natural energy drop, without the caffeine.
The real secret to inmori, though, is the timing. It's a precise 15 to 20-minute window. It turns out 15 to 20 minutes is the exact sweet spot. It works with your natural rhythm to clear the mental fog and restore your energy. But, and this is crucial, it pulls you out right before you enter deep sleep, so you don't accidentally destroy your critical sleep drive for the night ahead.
Section 4. Shan, seasonal rhythms. Finally, let's zoom out to the macro level to really master our rest. With Shan, this is the beautiful concept of living in rhythm with the seasons. It basically encourages us to stop fighting our environment and start aligning our daily personal habits with the natural world around us. Think about modern habits versus Shan. Modern culture is always selling us this myth of 24-hour productivity, keeping us under artificial light all night long. Shan offers a much healthier path, simply choosing to go to bed closer to when it actually gets dark outside. Choosing to respect natural darkness rather than attacking it with blue light is honestly one of the most radical, life-changing shifts you can make for your circadian rhythm. So, what does this all mean for us? Well, you absolutely don't need to throw out all your electronics or overhaul your entire life tonight. Just pick one of these simple Japanese habits to begin shifting your evening routine. Maybe try the temperature-shifting soak of Ofuro. Or commit to just 5 simple minutes of silent Utori before you pull up the covers. I want to leave you with this question. What actually happens when you stop trying to fill every single second with more? Try leaving just a little bit of that structural slack tonight, and just notice how deeply your mind exhales when you embrace that space. If this explainer gave you a helpful new perspective on rest, be sure to subscribe. We're going to keep decoding all these amazing cultural insights that make modern life feel just a little more effortless. See you in the next explainer.